Hi everybody, I'm Julia and I'm the founder of Mia Chia. Mia Chia is a company that does healthy snacks, probably one of the first ones here in Indonesia to do really, really healthy products. But I don't really want to talk about the company. What I want to talk about is something that I was thinking could be useful for you to take away after tonight, at the end of the evening. And I was thinking, what is it that you guys would want to know about health? Because everybody talks about you need to eat healthier, it's really good for you. But when people used to tell me this, I used to have two questions in mind. Number one is, why? As in, if I eat a fried chicken tonight versus a plate of broccoli, I'm not going to feel any worse. Actually, most probably, I'm going to feel much better eating the fried chicken. I'll at least way happier. So if I'm eating not great, but I'm still feeling all right, why should I change my lifestyle? So the question is why, and then the other question is how. Because once you've made your mind, oh, I want to be healthier, the next big question is, geez, how do I do that? I really don't know. So I'm going to try to answer those two questions. And the why is really personal, as in the reason why people become healthier or eat healthier, it's really a personal story. So all I want to do is share what has been my story, my family's story, and why it has had such a massive impact on us. So my husband, for the past 20 years, has suffered from terrible migraines. And these are not the migraines that you just take a pill and they go. No, these are migraines that used to come once, twice a year. They used to last for about a week, and he would shut himself off in a room, dark. He wouldn't want to eat. He was really, really in a lot of pain. And then about 3 years ago, I would say, we were in Italy. We were visiting a family friend, a doctor, and he just happened to say to us randomly, well, it might be that he's allergic to gluten. So back then, we actually laughed about it, and we thought, that can't be it. He had been seeing doctor over doctor over doctor for 20 years, and no one had ever told him that. But we said, okay, it's quite easy. He'll just stop eating gluten, and that's anything with that's pizza, pasta, anything with flour, bread, cake, all of that. So he stopped, and within 3 days, his headaches, his migraines just disappeared. So we were like, wow, this has such a profound impact on his life. So what I did when we came back to Indonesia, back then we were in Italy on holiday, I decided to okay, we need to change our lifestyle. We need to change our diet here, because if you can't eat gluten anymore, then we need to make sure that, we follow that so you don't get your headaches back. But I didn't know how to do it, as in I'm Italian. Pizza, bread, pasta is like my nasi. So how do you take away that from me? So I enrolled myself in a nutrition course to become a health coach, to learn a little bit more. And I found it so amazing. And while I was taking this nutrition course, our daughter, Mia, was only 2 years, and she started going to kindergarten. So she started going to kindergarten, and I was taking this course, and I was experimenting with food, and I thought, great, she can be my guinea pig. Not the best thing for a mom to say that, but so basically I started making these really, really healthy snacks at home, and my number one priority was I did not want her to have anything with refined sugars. And I went out to the supermarket, I couldn't find anything on the shelves that was really natural, so I started making them at home. And slowly, people got interested in them, and that's how I got the idea to actually create the company, Mia Chia. But what's more important is during my training, I was focusing so much on sugars, because everybody has nowadays an issue with sugar, as in we're all addicted to sugars. And it's the #1 health problem around the world globally, okay? So in Indonesia, you have a lot of people that are either diabetic or either diagnosed diabetic or they're not diagnosed, but they have problems with their blood sugars. Indonesia is the top 5 country with people that eating, with diabetes. They eat so much. Sorry, you guys eat so much sugars and you drink so much sugars and you don't even realize how addicted you are. The reality is sugar is a killer that kills you really, really softly. You can have an iced tea with sugar today and you won't feel any different. But 20 years down the line, you're going to find yourself with health problems. You're going to find yourself fat. You're going to find yourself with diabetes. You're going to have so many different issues. And the problem is because you cannot see it today, you just keep on doing it. It's a habit, right? So I was reading this super interesting study that absolutely shocked me. What happened was they took little rats in the lab and they gave it sugar and then they gave it cocaine. And then they stopped. They didn't give it to them. And after a while, they gave it the sugar again, and they gave it the cocaine. And you saw that the rats would automatically go to the sugar. They were more addicted to sugar than cocaine. It's actually been scientifically proven that sugar is 8 times more addictive than cocaine. That's how badly we're all hooked on these sugars. If you don't have your little piece of chocolate or your cake, or you crave it, your body craves it, your mind craves it, and it keeps on telling you, you need to have it. For me, I can see that clearly. From time to time, I go on a juice cleanse or water cleanse, and I do, 10 days of just juice or 3 to 5 days of just drinking water without eating. And I see it. I have the classic withdrawal syndrome that a classic cocaine or drug addict would have, I feel really moody. I get so sad and I get so aggressive, and then I get, agitated. I get the migraines. I get really bad headaches to the point where, I don't even want to go to the office, or probably I shouldn't because I'm so mean to people, But it's the classic withdrawal syndromes. And then after 3 days, which is normally how long it lasts, then you're cleaning your body, and then you become another person. All of a sudden, you stop eating sugars, your mind is clear. Yeah, you can focus. You have amazing ability to focus. Your thinking paths, change. You don't feel tired anymore. You don't feel the mood swings anymore. So, this to me has really proven how much what you put in your body can really affect your brain and can really affect your body. So whatever we eat on a day-to-day basis it has a massive effect on you. On your brain, on your head, automatically it does it. On your body, it's a long process, but you'll see throughout the years. So this is the why for me, essentially, because it saved my, I wouldn't say saved my life or our family's life, but it helped massively my husband. My daughter is lactose intolerant, and so am I. The minute we start having a little bit more dairy, like milk and cheese and so on, we automatically see it. I see it on my head. I get itchy and my skin gets itchy. My daughter is the same. So for us, this is really the why, the reason. For every person out there, it can be different, but at the end of the day, it does have an impact on your life, and it's only up to you to, make the small changes. The how, yeah, that's a good one. I'm not quite sure. The how, everybody has their own way, I'm extreme. I'll do 3 days of just water or something like that. But the reality is that it's really hard. Once you're hooked, it's really hard. So why don't you just make I start telling everybody, just make a small start, change one meal or just try to be healthier for once a week or twice a week or whatever. And the number one tip that I give, which to me is really, really important that I don't think a lot of Indonesians do enough, is read the labels. The reason I say this is you go out to the supermarket, you see some nice packaging, yellow and red, and it says natural, and there's a bunny in the field, and it's jumping around, and you think, whoa, this is so natural. Turn the back, read it. You will see that there are 20 lists of ingredients that you have no idea what there are. And trust me, if you don't know what they are, the average person doesn't know what they are, it means that they're not supposed to be eaten. So, now it's true, you're only supposed to be eating what you know what you're eating. So, you know, just roam around the supermarkets. It's only 15 words at the back. I'm not asking you to read like a book. You know, you turn the back label, you see what it says, and if you see that sugar is one of the first ingredients, don't have it. It's bad for you. The other thing is, when you turn the back label, the main ingredient that they use are always the ones that are mentioned at the beginning. So, say you've got 10. If sugar is the first one, it means that the main ingredient used in proportion is sugar. If it's used at the end, it means that they do use some, but it's very little. So that will give you an idea of what exactly am I eating here. Because most products don't give you the percentage. You know, sugar, 20%, or whatever it is, 10%. They don't give it to you. So the way they trick you is they'll just give you the name, but they won't tell you how much it is. Well, that's more or less how you can tell. Okay? So to me, if you can already start doing that, just read the back label, you will be shocked. You will see that you've got crazy ingredients in the worst things that you would never think of. You know, you've got sugar in bread, you've got sugar in all kinds of stuff. And you know, like sugar, there's so many other ingredients, well, fabricated ingredients, that you will see and you're thinking, okay, I don't know what that is. I'm sure it's not very good. So try that. That's the one tip I can tell people, because yeah, you can cook at home, and that, of course, that helps a lot. But at the end of the day, we're on the go, you're tired, you're busy, you just came back from work, it's a rainy day, you know, you've got no time to go home and do your cooking because you were stuck in traffic for 3 hours. Whatever it is, you just go out and you pick something up. That's what happens to most of us, and that's why I was saying just read the back label. It all depends on what kind of diet you're on. It all depends on what you're trying to achieve, right? So if you are training really hard, like, I don't know, right now I started going to the gym again I haven't gone for the past 2 years, God. And I feel like every time I come out of the gym, I've worked out so hard that I need some energy, then I'll use my energy bars to give me that natural pick-me-up, you know, energize that I'm craving. If it all depends on what you eat besides that. So the way I see it is not that you shouldn't be looking at one meal as a standalone thing, yeah? You should be looking at a meal within a whole day's, a whole day, what you're eating within the whole day. As in, if you eat one energy bar, honestly, it's great. But if you're eating one energy bar and then on top of it you're eating a massive plate of nasi goreng, and then for lunch you're eating noodles, and then for dinner you're eating fried chicken, and then for breakfast you had eggs, and then you have this, and then you had sweet bread, well, the energy bar is not going to help you much, is it? So the answer to that is yes, one could, but it really needs to be looked at what do you eat within the whole day. And what do you do in terms of activities within the whole day? I can take more questions. I think that would be more interesting, actually.
Buka aja Bukalapak.